y'all? Welcome back to the Herb Lady. I'm so sorry that it took me so long to get into my last 6 signs of the month of October. For some reason, the full moons have just been a little bit more emotionally taxing on me than I expected them to be. So I've been having to take small, frequent breaks in order to give you guys the best quality content that I possibly can. So Aries, welcome back to my page. To all you Aries out there and all of you cross watchers out there that have supported my readings, thank you so much. Everybody here at the Herb Lady, which is just me, really appreciates you guys. So, without further ado, let's get into the reading. I changed up the spread a little bit. We're going to be doing a planetary times reading. And in this reading, basically, we are going from Sun all the way to Saturn. And we are talking about how the Sun, all of the personal planets, are affecting Aries for the month of October. Now, given the fact that we are already probably you guys will be watching this 9 days into October, you guys may already be feeling these energies. Generally, I start this reading off with the transit, which is the signs that the planets are moving through right now. But given the fact that I have already done it in Libra all the way through Pisces, I'm going to have you guys go and watch your opposition sign videos, because it's always great to learn a little bit from your opposing sign. And for you Aries, that opposing sign would be Libra, so go check out the Libra video. It will have all the transit information that you need to know for the month of October, as well as some pretty awesome links to the new Mythic Tarot deck, the deck that I'm using, which is also the deck that I credit part of the Planetary Time spread to, and also the Universe Has Your Back deck. And the links to those decks will be in the description box below, as well as the link to the Libra video on YouTube. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. All right. So I'm going to start you guys off with an oracle. Okay, so starting off with the oracle card reading here, we're just going to pull one reading from the Universe Has Your Back deck. And this is basically an encouraging message for all my Aries out there who just need some words of encouragement to help us get through, because man, these times are just so crazy. We're going through so many changes, and now we're shifting gears into fall and even further into winter at a later point in this year, obviously. And I don't know about you guys, but I live in a place where it's very cold and winter is damn near 6 months out the year. So it's like seasonal depression is a thing here, lack of sunlight, lack of warmth, it gets very real. So for any of my Aries who are living far north above the equator, where it does get cold and sunlight is lacking, this message is definitely for you guys. It's for all my Aries, but it's for any of you guys out there who just need that word of encouragement, okay? All right. So I need one card for... All right. And of course it popped out and fell onto the floor. Okay, so for Aries, the message is, there is a stream of love supporting my dreams. So if there was ever a message from the universe to let you guys know that you are supported in all of your dreams and endeavors, it is this one. There is so much support. Not only is there support, but there is loving support and a stream of love. You're receiving love in all kinds of different ways from everybody and everything that supports you. Just remember to keep up the energy of love, Aries. Act out of love. Feel out of love, do out of love, because when you operate on that higher frequency of love, you are able to literally make so many drastic changes in your life, and you will see your life being led by the energy of love, which is such a beautiful energy. And we're not just talking love in the romantic sense, we're talking love like world love, like agape love, a love that's so much bigger than yourself and your understanding of life. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the reading. I'm actually going to grab my notebook here so that I can refer back to my notes on this reading, because this is a newer spread, you guys. And the fact that my spread is like a remixed version, so I need to be able to have my notes on hand so I can, keep track of where we're at. Now, my planetary time spread, you guys, is on my Squarespace page, and you guys, the link to that is in the description box below. This reading is usually about $150, so I'm running a special on it until November 15th for $55, you guys. So $55, not only is it, we're going to cover your personal chart, the sun through Saturn, but we're also going to cover some of those generational planets like Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. And then we're going to cover a few major asteroids. So not only do we cover the energies that the planets, how the planets is influencing you, we also pull further cards to figure out what it is, to ask the planets, how is it that you can either resolve the energies that you're experiencing or enhance the energies that you're experiencing. Because remember, you guys, planets are, it's like, I understand everybody's beliefs are different, but it's like planets are gods and deities. They carry energy. We are on a body of water called Earth. If you think that Earth in and of itself, that's why it's called Mother Nature. Mother Nature in and of herself is a goddess. So remember, we are dealing with gods and goddesses, and gods and goddesses, they dictate the flow of energy. So let's go ahead and get into it, you guys. So the first card we're going to start off is the Sun. This is position 1. The Sun represents our ego, who we are on a core level. It also represents our personal goals. So when we pull this card, basically we're trying to see how the Sun transiting through Libra is affecting us, our sun sign, and who we are and our personal goals. Okay, so I need one card for Aries, and pretty much I'm gonna just pull the first card and then pull the remainder 6 all in one go, and we're gonna go through this one by one, Aries. Okay, one card for Aries, one card for Aries. Okay, all right. Alrighty, so we're gonna see how the Sun is impacting Aries in the area of their individual goals and personal goals, as well as as well as at their core of who they are. Okay. All right. So for the Sun, you guys got Queen of Pentacles upright. So right now the Sun is in Libra. So the Sun is calling for balance. And it looks like for you guys, a lot of you Aries out there, the personal goal really is to mature in how it is that you handle your money or make your money. And remember, Aries is ruled by Mars. So it's like, of course, you guys are pretty like aggressive in terms of how it is that you go after money and how it is that you hustle. So you guys, the Sun right now is calling for balance. The Sun really is influencing balance over you guys right now, and it's influencing balance in refining how it is that you pull money into you. So it's like you have a lot of Mars energy in your strategy on your individual goals, but with the Sun being in Libra, which is your opposite, Aries. So with the opposite, you guys, remember, you guys are on the same spectrum. There's a line. Just imagine an invisible line. Here's Aries, here's Libra. Same spectrum, same exact spectrum, just different ends. And with Libra, with you guys reaching towards Libra, you're coming from Aries and you're reaching towards Libra. And this is the balance here that you need to achieve in terms of how you are going to make your money and manifest your money. And with the Queen of Pentacles, she is a queen. She's very refined in how she handles money, and she does not worry for money, because her money, she handles it accordingly, Aries. So it's like, really, you guys are experiencing a type of evolution in how you guys make your money, and how you guys, even like with the Queen of Pentacles, that increased stability, just overall stability in your core. So a lot of you guys, the second scenario is that you guys could be stabilizing at your core during this time where the sun is transiting through Libra. And I'm sorry if you guys are hearing like the background, like a whirring in my background. That's my infuser. I'm actually making some infused honey, the canna honey, so that I can make me some canna gummies later on. So I'm sorry about that. Don't mind that. But like I said, you guys are going through like a maturing at your core, a stabilizing factor at your core. And just like, remember, because of the fact that you guys are Aries and you are very right brain functional, and you're the baby of the zodiac. So a lot of the time, your mind and your core, it could be me, I, what I need, what I want, and with very little regards to others. And even probably in the way that you make money, it could be that way as well. But with the sun being in Libra, and you guys being forced to go to the other end of the spectrum and learning balance and harmony, it's maturing you. It's really bringing you into a Queen of Pentacles state where you are experiencing a level of stability. So, going on to position 2, this is where we go into the moon. Now, with the moon, you guys, I'm just covering general moon energy. Just remember, for the month of October, we have 2 full moons. The first full moon in Aries has already passed, and the second full moon in Taurus is actually on Halloween, which is going to be pretty exciting. So with the moon, basically the moon represents home life. It's your emotional state. It's a lot of that 4th house Cancer energy, because the moon is ruled by Cancer. And just remember, like, I believe that Aries and Cancer are square. So it's like, in your moon, just naturally, with moon transition and moon type of energy, it's friction, because Aries is uncomfortable in like that home life and that personal emotional energy, because Aries is Mars. Aries wants to get out and go and assert themselves. And with the moon, it's like, I need you to sit down, pause, and emotionally process and nurture yourself. So we're going to see how the moon transits is affecting Aries for the month of October. All right, so you guys have the Hermit. And this plays very well with the Queen of Pentacles here, because what I'm seeing is that maybe for a lot of you guys, you're really isolating, and you're taking time to like slow down and really observe yourself during this season, Aries, because of the fact that the year already was a year that forced a lot of people to be at home, that slowed a lot of people down. You guys are kind of still in that slowed down energy, because you're finally at the point where you can slow your mind down and learn to appreciate the benefits of being in a slowed down state, Aries. Okay, so the Hermit really is saying that with these moon transits, you guys are going to be seeing a lot more reflection work. You're going to kind of be going off onto your own path to find your own way. And the Hermit is also ruled by Virgo, so you guys may see a significant impact on your personal journey when the moon touches Virgo. That doesn't necessarily mean the moon in Virgo during October. It could manifest as a full moon in Virgo, or a new moon in Virgo. Or you guys could be seeing the reaping the manifestation work that you did from a new moon in Virgo. So you guys just keep in mind, because from what I can see, Aries, is that you guys are going under a lot of reconstructive work on yourselves, and it's a lot of growth that's taking place here for the month of October. All right, so for card 3, we're talking about Mercury. Mercury is the planet that represents intellect, communication, abstract thoughts, technology, um, also travel. So, for Mercury, you guys got 2 of Cups in the reverse position here. With that being said, we have a Mercury retrograde that's coming up this month. It's going to be retrograde in Scorpio. And also given the fact that, Scorpio is a sign where it's quote unquote secretive, but Scorpio deals with the things that are underneath the surface, that are behind closed doors. It's not in the home privacy. This is beyond what you see physically privacy. So it's like, what it's telling me is that for those of you guys out there who are involved with a significant other, this retrograde is going to be pretty difficult for you guys, because you're going to see probably an upkeep of like arguing and bickering, which could be contributing to your emotional state, with the Hermit of you choosing to self isolate because of the fact that you're experiencing a little bit more discomfort in your relationship because Mercury is on the fritz. But also, you guys, I would recommend, it's like with 2 of Cups, it's saying emotionally. The emotional components of your relationship are currently experiencing a lot of pressure from Mercury being in a backspin. So it's like, I would really strongly recommend you guys being compassionate. Just be compassionate with one another in how you choose to communicate and how you communicate, because even for you, Aries, you guys are undergoing a lot of personal growth here, and it's demanding personal growth for this Libra season, and it's really causing you guys to self isolate. And it's like I said, going back to the beginning, there's a stream of love supporting your dreams. Operate out of that energy of love. Love is an emotion too. Feelings of love is a thing. Operate from feelings of love and believe truly in your core that your partner supports you, even during times where communication can be a little bit difficult. Just don't let a temporary phase of Mercury doing a backspin turn into the permanent phase of you guys having poor communication in your relationship. All right. So moving on to position 4. Oops. Sorry, you guys. My notebook is knocking everything over. All right. Moving on into position 4 here. Position 4 is Venus. Venus rules love and relationships. Venus moves into Virgo October 3rd. So it moved into Virgo a few days ago. Even though Venus doesn't really like to be in Virgo, I would say that it's a bit more of a stabilizing factor, because of the fact that it's like you really get down into the mundane, nitty gritty aspects of being in a relationship, and you can kind of take the glamour off of it. It's not glamorized like Venus and Pisces would be. The relationship isn't isn't met with these preconceived notions of glamour. It's the reality. We're focused on reality. We're focused on the here and now and what's being presented before our face. So, and with this card, we see how transiting Venus is impacting Libra's love life. Okay. So it looks like, because of the fact that you guys are experiencing that difficulty with Mercury being in the retrograde, and with you and your partner having emotional difficulties and upsets in terms of the communication sector, it's making like you're feeling the pressure of that, but also it's like you guys, instead of like being able to come together and talk to each other about it, you're kind of talking behind one another's back about it. You're more so leaning on your friends in regards to your love life, in regards to your relationship issues. Like Page of Swords speaks to a message. It speaks to using quick, sharp intellect, constant thinking, or you guys could be dealing with an air sign who is a little bit more immature in their way of communicating and speaking, even immature in their thought process. And with this right here, usually, you know, unlike the Knight of Swords, which speaks to more toxic and abusive circumstances, like Knight of Swords is not only like verbally abusive but also physically abusive. It's like Page of Swords is really like suggestive, but suggestive in a toxic way. It's like, you know, a partner who, it's like, oh, you know, why don't you try to work out a little bit more if you feel X, Y, and Z, or this and that, and it's just coming at you in all types of sideways, where it's like you feel like, did they just say that to me, or am I overreacting? So it's like you could be dealing with somebody who is carrying around a lot of that energy, and as we know, Aries, like, that's some bullshit. You guys don't ever have to put up with no shit like that, okay? So we're gonna go into Mars. As we know, Mars is the ruler of conflict, aggression, let me see, assertion, and challenges. So this card represents how transiting Mars is affecting Aries in those areas. And as we know, Mars is in Aries right now. So Mars is at home. You guys are really feeling that increased aggressive pressure right now. And just because I say aggressive doesn't mean that I mean it in a bad way. It's just like you guys are really feeling Mars right now. And the fact that Mars is in a retrograde, it's in the backspin right now, so it's really forcing you guys to deal with those deeper feelings of aggression, those deeper feelings of like resentment, them deeper feelings of you just fuming and feeling like, you know, this some bullshit, all of it. So we're gonna get into that and see how it's affecting you guys. So, all right. So it looks like, you know, it looks like for you guys, there's just an outpour of emotion that's coming off as anger or coming off as rage. And it really just is like an outpour. You guys are feeling so much shit. It's just like, it seems like this time of the year in this particular season, you guys are really feeling it from every angle. And with Mars being in retrograde, it's like where, you know, it seems like when Mars was going direct, where you guys could kind of control how much would come out at a time, with it being in retrograde and you guys being forced to like reflect upon it and really work through it. And it's just like, that's a lot. Like, this transformative pressure is a lot, which is causing so many emotional outbursts. And all of the outbursts are literally as a result of you leveling up, Aries. So this is like, Mars in the retrograde position is taking its toll. You guys are feeling like, oh my gosh, like you just want to fucking scream at everything. And that's okay. Like, let that shit out. Express your anger in a healthy way. Express your irritation and frustration in a healthy way. These are all emotions and they have to come out. And you guys are Aries. You're a fire sign. So you ain't got no issue with letting it come out. Just remember, don't let it impact you so heavily. Don't let your growth and transformation process lighten up. Don't take it so seriously. And do it from a place of love, you know, so that way this big ass cup of emotions that you're having, you're not dumping that out onto an undeserving party, you know? All right. So going on to Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Jupiter is the planet of gains. Jupiter is kind of like your good luck planet right there. Jupiter is currently in Capricorn. So right now, Jupiter, this big ass planet that loves to be, you know, expanded, that loves to do big, grand things, that loves to see the bigger picture, is in a sign that is ruled by Saturn. And you know what Saturn likes to do? Saturn likes to restrict everything. Saturn likes to put boundaries on everything. Saturn likes to enforce discipline. So Jupiter is in Capricorn right now, and this big giant planet is feeling constricted. So it's like right now, what may be right now for a lot of people, they are feeling the effects of having situations in their life that cause more boundaries and restriction, such as staying inside due to COVID, having to slow down, which for some people is very restrictive. They're feeling that restriction on them, having to wear a mask, having to make lifestyle changes that were completely unexpected and not thought of. Yes, people are feeling that. So it's like for Aries, we're trying to see, how Jupiter in Capricorn is affecting them. And for you guys, it just looks like it's the Wheel of Fortune. Honestly, like, I don't take it either upright or reverse. A lot of the time, some people will say, oh, the Wheel of Fortune signifies the fact that things are about to turn out of your favor. Yes, that could be that, but it's going to be seemingly things will turn out of your favor, turn out not in your favor, because of the fact that it's like you can't expand, you can't go out there and hustle the way you want to and do what you want, because you're in a period of refinement and you're being asked to sit your ass down and refine how you hustle, refine how you flow, refine how you make money, refine how you pull money to you, refine yourself overall, Aries. Okay, because that is why the Wheel of Fortune has slowed. It's literally just taking that turn, and you're kind of like hanging off the wheel now, because it's saying go within. The wheel has turned within, so go within and figure it out, because if you don't figure it out, you're gonna keep up in this Mars state where you're taking all this shit out on everybody. Okay, all right, so we're gonna get on into Saturn. Saturn, like I said, is that restrictive energy. Saturn rules restriction, rules discipline. Saturn is the grand malefic, the grandfather, the father of time that sees everything. Nothing goes past Saturn. And Saturn really is like that grumpy grandfather. Like, if you work with him and do the things that he's telling you to do, which is for your own good because he has more wisdom than you, and you follow his discipline and you follow his lessons, he rewards you greatly in the end. Mow the fucking lawn, and then you're gonna get $100. That's to say the least. Okay, so with that, we're gonna see how Saturn is affecting you guys for this time period. And once again, Saturn is direct right now. Saturn went direct September 29th. Saturn is at home in Capricorn right now, which means like Saturn is on his game right now. Saturn is sitting pretty, sitting comfy, and is hyper focused on, bringing them lessons. And I know a lot of you guys out there who are similar to my age, who are approaching 30, are, going through your Saturn return right now. That Saturn and Capricorn energy, real heavy right now. So, with that being said, for Aries, you guys have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So Saturn definitely is restricting that impulsive, erratic spirit within you guys. So it's like the Queen of Cups in reverse really is like an emotional mess. This is a woman or a person who acts completely out of emotions, and it's like she has this big ass cup of emotions and is like totally being dragged to the ground by her emotions because she keeps making impulsive emotional decisions. And Saturn is restricting impulse. It's restricting emotional impulse right now, so as to not put you guys into a hole, because Saturn wants you to build. Saturn wants Queen of Pentacles. Saturn wants you to grow. Saturn wants you to implement boundaries. And Saturn doesn't care how long you have to isolate in order to do so. Saturn wants you to do better. And with that, Saturn uses restriction as a way of helping you to do better. And you guys are literally in that place where you're feeling extremely restricted by the Wheel of Fortune turning not really in your favor, seemingly. allegedly. And also by how you feel your wild and free and emotional side, that side where you could literally be like, and literally letting off steam on everybody in the emotional sense. Saturn is saying, no, you have to learn how to process your emotions. You have to learn how to stabilize your core. You can't go around just exploding and doing waterworks on people and crying and acting a fucking fool when you want to. That is what Saturn is saying right now. Saturn is completely restricting that shit because Saturn is saying, you don't have time for this shit. You're getting too old for this shit. This shit cannot go with you to where you are headed. Okay? So, with that being said, you guys, this is your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry I ended it kind of like on an intense note because Saturn is such an intense planet, and when you get into that place where you can work with Saturn and really like work through Saturnian influences, you see so many benefits. Like Saturn has so many hidden jewels. It's hard, but it's doable, you guys. And you guys just remember to breathe. Just breathe. Meditate. Sit quietly. If you smoke weed, smoke you a blunt. If you eat edibles, eat you some edibles. And sit quietly in that high because, like, you know, a lot of the time that high is to take you into a conscious state of exploring your subconscious, of the things that you have suppressed. Okay, so Aries, that was your reading, you guys. Take care. I love you guys. Subscribe to my channel. Please leave me a comment. Let me know which planet stood out to you guys the most. Okay, like, I appreciate all feedback. Follow me at the Herb Lady on Instagram. I love you guys. Take care. Have a good night. Ashe.